see we have 1,000 odd stone. It takes you an eternity to get 1,000 year kind of stone. A building has caught fire. Buildings have caught fire. First disaster is on our mark. So this is quite a lot of things which are going to catch fire, but this is an isolated unit, so I don't care. We also have a well nearby. Ladies and gentlemen, lovers of war, traders of great renown, I, the strategic Indian, bid you welcome to my channel, where our motto is think, practice thinking. If you like the content, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment, which will greatly help with the almighty YouTube algorithm. Wars are expensive. Total wars are totally expensive. Therefore, if you would like to, then you can support my armies and cities via coffee or directly through PayPal. Links are in the description below. Other than a one-time donation, those entering the monthly membership tiers can have my heaven shaker armies named after themselves and watch with pride as they blaze their way to glory. For the city builder in you, whole cities can be named after you, which will last the test of time herself. Thanks in advance for any and all support. Now, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Banished, where we continue on our trail to get to 1,000,000 food without any farming or animal husbandry. So, pure capitalism run, this is something that I really enjoy. I'm a min-maxer and you are watching the Strategic Indian. So, as we said from the last time, we have finally crossed the 150 population mark. Therefore, all the boats that are going to come in with the maximum possible capacity. And that maximum possible capacity for a food merchant is 40,000. So it can bring 10,000 of 4 food groups, which is exactly what you want. Or it can bring 40,000 if it is a general goods merchant. So that's 30,000 in food and 10,000 in log, stone or iron. Of course, we are going to get logs because that's what we need to win the game. We are using ale, which is made from apples, which comes from one of the food groups, which is fruits, and wood, which is converted into firewood. So that is what the game is going to be around. And we have trained up all of our, all the current merchants. We have 5 merchants which are up. In today's episode, what we are going to do is we are going to expand into the second quadrant of production. So this is the first production hub. We are going to make the second production hub, followed by housing for all of these guys right along here and along here. So we are going to probably get rid of the second forester's hub. And we are going to flatten some ground right here because, of course, as I said, in this place, every square inch is very valuable. We are not going to compromise. We are going to flatten this little hillock over here. And behind these houses, so this is the row of houses, we are going to build up a gigantic amount of storage, as you can see right here. So I put down the orders for the storage. I put down the orders for the ground flattening. And so let's press the start and let's go. We have 71 homes, and I went and before I started viewing, I went ahead and looked at all of the houses, made sure that everybody's paired up very nicely, and they are. So we are doing a fantastic job in that regard. Now we have 11 laborers, so let's bump our number of builders to 12 and give the rest of the labor, say 8 laborers, to traders, because I want to move a gigantic amount of items. So I have to move all of these things, and that requires a lot of back and forth, which is going to be done by the vendor, by the trader. Vendors, we have 20 out of 24. Now I am going to require a lot of additional labor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this gatherer's hut from working. I'm going to stop this forester's hub from working. I'm going to keep this herbalist. I'm going to keep this hunting cabin, And of course, these houses are the ones which are going to be moved. And these two storage barns, which are completely full, so they'll take quite a long time to get demolished, but we will manage to do that. And all they will have to do is, once these storage hubs are up, they will be able to go back and forth very, very quickly. So let's just keep it reclaimed for the time being, and we'll just allow the additional storage to be built up. Once the additional storage goes up, then yes, life is going to become much easier, and we are going to be able to go ahead and move these items, because if there is no place for them, then of course they have nowhere to put them. So I can't tunnel through this because this is on the way, but you can see that the walk distance isn't that high. The trading hub is right here. All they will have to do is walk straight down and deposit things over here. As a matter of fact, let me just see, if I remove this, can I then tunnel through? Because then maybe it is worth it to do so. Yeah, we will tunnel through. So let me just cancel all of these buildings. Ouch, that hurts. But okay, we'll do it for the boys. We'll do it for the boys. So I need to move this one so that the tunnel actually works, else the tunnel is just going to get blocked. There we go. Now let's quickly put down all the storage that we promised. Storage is right in front of the cemeteries that we put down, and we'll have to wait for this ground to be flattened, and following that we will be able to continue building. So as you can see, some of our vendors are doing the funny walk, so that means they don't have enough space to store items, and that is why we are going to make sure we grow the amount of storage, and also we grow the amount of stockpiles, because that is also very important. We do have a little bit of stockpile area over here, so yeah, there is some space, but I think it's mainly storage which is going to fill up very, very quickly. Still some spaces there. So this is almost trained. This needs 3348, but 3448, so it's almost there, not quite. I'm going to help this a little bit by buying 2000 of my wheat, because you see it can only buy 10,000, 9,999. So you want to help it a little bit, in that when you see that it doesn't, there are items which are above 10,000, you want to buy that yourself. So you trade, and then let's dismiss. We bought the whole lot. Let's go to the inventory. There you see, we got 12,000 apples, 12,000 wheat, 6,000 potatoes because we started running out. We got 800 logs and 2,000 fish. We got a huge amount of stuff. So all of that stuff needs to be moved, and that is why we have our traders all the way now up to 30 traders. So every one of them has got 6 workers. Look how quickly we are building. Look at this tunnel. This is the first tunnel that we built, boys. Look at that. First tunnel we built. I think this is a good investment by moving everything down one unit. It does seem trivial, but I think it's a good investment. Let's build a few, and then we'll go ahead. 72 families right now. So I'm going to open this house for construction too. So as I said, we are going to move the blacksmiths. We're going to move the tailor. So let's go ahead and open up this tailor. We are not going to have schools over here. So check this out. We have 24 pupils, and we have 4 schools. So that's a total of 80. So if I delete this school, 7 people do go there. So I'll keep it up till the last moment. I was just trying to say that we have capacity. If I break the school down, is no sweat of our back. But why do that? There are 7 kids probably from these houses, and also from our 4th forester hub, this forlorn forester hub right here. these guys do require teachers, and that is this teacher. So let's keep that up. But we are going to ensure that they have their own dedicated schools, which we are going to go ahead and build, of course. But we are going to clean up our act right here. Right now you can see what a storm of traders and vendors we are getting. So let's keep on bumping up the numbers, 24 vendors, so that they can move things over here. I constantly want to have apples over here so that I will be able to go ahead and make ale out of it. So the taverns can directly reach in, get the apples, go back, work, drop it back, next. Amount of firewood is dropping a little bit, so we will have to see how and where that takes us. So as you see that as soon as you build these storage huts, the vendors are going to get very, very efficient, because they are able to drop things and get back to their job ASAP. That is what you want them to do. Nobody is going to loiter. Nobody is going to just twiddle their thumbs. We are not in the business of thumb twiddling. We are in the business of making a lot of trade goods, a whole lot of trade goods. So this is going to be an amazing storage area, and we are going to be able to go ahead and make sure that we constantly move goods out. And I can also see that we have still stockpile area left, so we will be able to move stone, wood, and all these things. Cattle and sheep go away. You can see we have 1,000 odd stone. It takes you an eternity to get 1,000-year kind of stone. A building has caught fire. Buildings have caught fire. First disaster is on our mark. So this is quite a lot of things which are going to catch fire, but this is an isolated unit, so I don't care. We also have a well nearby. Okay, let's just speed it up. We'll just have to live with the fire. Let it I just hope that we don't get fires in our main hub, because that will be just a disaster. Things do catch fire, and houses will catch fire. So let's just remove this building because I don't need it. But yeah, we will have disasters. Let's remove this. Let us remove this, because we were planning to remove them anyways. So yeah, the fire essentially just helped. We are like Nero. We just set up a little bit of a fire, and I used it to our advantage. Although having said that, let me be very clear. If you read Tacitus, Tacitus is a very dispassionate historian. Tacitus detests Nero. He hates the guy. Hates him. It's his emperor, but he hates him. But he is a very dispassionate historian. And he says very clearly that Nero did not set fire to Rome. And you know what? I believe him. Nero was actually scared when once once Rome was on fire. He was actually scared. He was scared for his life, because he was like, oh my god, all this public, it is going to believe that I set fire to Rome and have nothing to do with it. And he didn't. He had absolutely nothing to do with it. So story goes that Nero was really, really scared once the fire of Rome happened. And he was just worried for his life, because yeah, all of these guys are just going to come for me. And what he did is that he threw the greatest party of the ancient world. And all the intellectuals, all the intelligentsia, all the important people, the doctors, the engineers, all of them were called to the party, that please come to my palace and let's have a good time. We're going to have a good time. And so the people came, everybody came to visit. But during the evening, it started getting dark. And there wasn't enough light in the garden because he had these magnificent gardens and he didn't have light for everybody. So what Nero went ahead and did, being Nero, is that he said that why don't we just go to the catacombs, find out all of the prisoners who are condemned, and we'll set them on fire. Historical fact. So he set those people on fire just to have light. Now, as an intellectual, it's very important to ask questions. Now, Nero is a spoiled brat, okay? Probably didn't set fire to Rome. I can believe that. But my question is, who were Nero's guests? Who were the people who actually turned up to enjoy that feast? All these people who are the intellectuals, the elite of the Roman world, why didn't they ask the question that why are there people burning in the stake while I am having a great time? Who are those guys? We can always say that, yeah, Nero was just crazy, he was complete Looney Tunes. Yeah, sure. But dude, there is a human being burning on a stake. And here you are enjoying a cup of wine. And those are questions that we need to ask. Those are questions which stopped getting asked in the Soviet Union. People were afraid to ask questions. That's what happens in dictatorships, is that people don't ask questions. Because yeah, if you ask questions, you mark yourself out. Because the guy in front, who's the dictator, he can't answer the question. Forget about it. The only thing he thrives on is that nobody asks him questions. Nobody was asking Stalin questions. The greatest concentration of power in the history of mankind, was with Stalin. And how did he do that? Because yeah, people didn't ask questions. People just went ahead, nodded their head because they needed their heads on their shoulders. You had people who were competent at their jobs who just got removed. We have gone through their stories in this playthrough itself. The dictatorships, that's the problem. It's just so terrible that, yeah, it takes away the most fundamental of human values, which is to ask questions. Just ask the goddamn question. Put people who are competent in power and they can make the system exactly as it is wanted. Not something that you wish you would have and what would be nice because you saw it in some bloody dream. And that's not how it should be. Okay. So we are racing ahead. We are building houses because a lot of people are without houses. And at this stage, I did see that the number of families did go up. So I built some homes. Let's see if the pairing happens properly. And if the pairings don't happen properly, I'm just going to pause more houses. Ensure that the items are put in place, and therefore I can quickly go ahead and build them if I need them. Now I'm going to remove this particular school is because I want to move this school because I can't fit houses over here. So I'm going to just turn the school around more or less in the same place. You see, it's still in the same place. Right before getting into the tunnel, you can go and study at the school. And I'm going to see if I can fit anything over here. No, I can't. So let's build the houses as we promised. We are going to build wells, of course, but yeah, no guarantees that the wells are going to be able to stop the fires. But we are going to have wells in strategic locations. Fire is quite a stupid mechanic in this game. So yeah, we are going to stop building houses because you see, the pairings are not happening. I'm not happy with the pairings. There's 27 and 31 and I don't want that. So I have to destroy these houses right here and here. I'm going to reclaim this. pause this. So this will be a little bit of a house simulator, can't help it. Let's see who moves into this particular house. Let's pause this house. So all of our storage got built, and we are going to keep building more and more storage. That is going to make us far more efficient, and we are going to just continue with so I'm not building these 3 trading posts because all of my builders are currently nearby here. So that's why once I finish building the houses, I will be able to go ahead and move towards another place, because else they just start, pick up and go somewhere else. I don't want that. So opened up another house. Let's see if there is a good pairing, and based on that I'm going to open up further amount of houses. I'm not going to suffer all of these nonsense houses. Let's go and look at our inventory. We have got 20,000 apples and 12,000 logs. I have enough labor, of course, so I can immediately start building up this huge amount of production. So I got a nice pairing. So let's get rid of this house. Let's get rid of this house. Let's just build one more house. And I moved the school and I assigned a teacher already. So that's good. I have a little bit of empty space here, so let me just fill it up with some stockpiles, something to just keep the boys happy. I'm going to pin this house because this house is getting built currently. And now I am going to give the orders for the second production hub to start up. So of course, taverns facing the market. Then we rotate. Again we go facing the market. There we go. So there was a nice pairing in this house, so let's go ahead and open another house. There we go. School is up. Now let's go ahead and build the woodcutters. Woodcutters are always going to face the market again. Just minimize. You want to constantly minimize walk distances. All these games are about walk distances, about giving labor at the right point, ensuring that you have storage. And once you do that, then you are able to dominate the game very easily. And of course, this school I'll break in a little while. Let me see if I can fit a school for all these guys who are in the 3rd and 4th quadrant. I don't see a nice place for them. I'm going to put a school here, and then I'm going to put some storage behind it. In that manner, I will be able to educate people and also be able to... Oh. So if I do that, then I can't put another storage barn here, because it's the school is one thicker than the... Is there a trick that I can do? I think I can. What I can do is, what if I turn the thing around? And then I remove the roads right here, and then have the school facing this way. Yeah, then I will be able to fit everything. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to turn that around as soon as the road goes away, because I like my symmetry. You guys know that. Loot goblins like symmetry. It makes no sense. Why would you make it one road thicker? Why would you do that? So there we go. We are building very efficiently. And now I'm going to remove the school. I'm going to keep that work assigned because I know that whoever is going to take up that job is going to be able to get into it. I'm going to buy the entire lot of iron. There is 800 iron. I don't have enough iron. So 1200. Yeah. So we should not have shortages. I'm going to keep this one up. I'm not going to dismiss it because I want him to get more and more stuff. So I think I require quite a lot of woodcutters right now because my wood cutting is not up to par at the moment. But we have a bunch of busy workers who are going to get the woodcutters up quick smart. So let's hope they do that really quickly. Right now we are relying on 5 trading posts only. So you can see we have 69,000 food, and all that is coming from just 5 of these so something else has caught fire. Where is that? Okay, so this is right next to the well. So let's hope they get it out really fast. There we go, beautiful. Let's rebuild it. And let's open up a few more houses. That's why make sure you build all these wells. That's not a bad investment, both in time or in, neither in time or in materials, because we have got all the stone in the world, we have got all the iron in the world, all the wood in the world. We can build anything at this point. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're building security, we're building safety. So you can see our brewers are going up really quickly. Our builders are just going ham. And what that does for us is that all I have to do is just increase the number of brewers. And I know that they are going to take apples and they are going to make ale from that. So I don't need to micromanage anything. So here we have a lot of apples which came in, so I can only buy 9,999 at a time. So I'm going to help my guy over here. I'm gonna go ahead and get multiples of 10,000 because I have 20,000 still to go and I won't be able to supply all of that. So 9962, and I will leave him up so that when he leaves, whatever ale and firewood he can collect, he will be able to go ahead and get for himself. So we are getting bad pairings again, guys. Bad pairings is not good. This is a good pairing. This is a bad pairing. 34 with 12 is no good. Let's check the rest. So let's reclaim this house. We have, of course, more homes than families. So yeah, that is going to give us a bit of problem in which we will have a little bit of broken families. You know what? I can break these houses. I need to break those houses anyways. Yeah, let's move them. I'm going to break these houses and make them move towards the correct houses. Somebody 50 Sylvester Bun has gotten in 56. Yeah, okay, we won't throw her out. Fine. Enjoy your property. 63 Austis is also getting a free property. We got a bunch of woodcutters down, so that is going to help us quite a lot because I do need a bunch of firewood, because you know what happens is that if you don't have a lot of firewood, then the vendor is going to come in and he's going to pick up whatever bullshit amount you actually have. You have got like 3 firewood, he's going to take 3 firewood. Guy has a capacity of taking 500 at a time. So you want, it is in your interest to ensure that you go ahead and build up a huge stockpile. So I'm going to also stop this gatherer and foresters from working. I'm going to keep the herbalist up, I'm going to keep the hunter up, because I can get a little bit of herbs, I can get a little bit of what do you call that, a little bit of hide, leather hide from them, so I will be able to make hide coats. But these buildings are actually redundant at the current moment, and we are going to therefore go ahead and get rid of them. And that opens up a lot of labor, which I'm going to put into my breweries. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my woodcutters, because that is a far more productive use of my time and energy. 75,000 food right now. So we are way food sufficient. Every banished guy requires 100 food a year, so it can be anything. It can be meat, it can be whatever, but they do require them in a balanced form. So they do require one of fruits, veggies, and then whatever you want. One of each of the food groups. You know what the food groups are. You're smart people. We have a teacher extra. We have 36 students for a total capacity of 60. So that is because this school got destroyed, and yeah, this school has to be built up still. So that is going to be, oh boy. Yeah, so this school needs to go up. So let me go ahead and prioritize that. And let's bump up the number of builders, because I do require a lot of builders. Let me check all the storages. I think the storages are quite fine, so I'm going to pause these storages for the time being. Else they are going to just get busy with these and I won't be able to get my school up, and that's never a good idea. So second production hub is almost up, but of course we do need to ensure that the school is removed, and then we can build up 2 more housing. This house is not getting anybody, so I'm going to remove that house, and then they will probably move in over here. So I'm going to keep this one pinned. Yes, perfect pairing. Young people moving in. I don't know why this house has a question mark in it, but I think it's just a bug. We have a house with a question mark. Yeah, sure. Why not? Each to their own, I guess. So another house is going up, so I'm going to pin it. We have 73 houses that so this one also got a nice pairing. So we'll have to wait for the next houses. So you see, these houses are actually now going ahead and giving a lot of labor to this market and to this workers hub, because I do require people to actually work over here and have minimum walk distances. And to do that, we need to build houses next to them. There we go. Nice pairing. Nice pairing. This house still needs to get built. And let's go ahead and build more housing, because I am going to deconstruct a lot more. I like to build this particular kind of house. because it is the only one that has got a second story, as I said. No, none of the other houses have that. So there is a better rent that you get because that guy is all the way up. Oops, I misplaced this one. So you see, I'm not even checking on my traders right now. Maybe sometimes I will just micromanage a little bit, get a little bit of extra iron because we're building also quite a lot. Because the traders are all trained up, they are all adults, and let them just go ahead and do things the way they want. Let's look at our inventory. Wheat is currently the most bought item, so we are buying everything. Wheat has a little bit of priority. I don't know why, but it does. Playing Dawn of Man really ruined me because Dawn of Man is the only game where the rotation is not R and T. So it's C and Z. So I keep on pressing C and Z, and yeah, no game anywhere in the world ever takes rotation as C and Z. Right, school is up. A bunch of our woodcutters are also up. So let's go ahead and bump up woodcutters. So we have space over here right now. Let's put up more woodcutters. Look at that. Things are getting built up like crazy. We are building up things like crazy speed. Because we have got all the resources ready to be placed, and yeah, we're a bit low on stone, but we'll overcome. We shall overcome. Let us get rid of this storage. Let's get rid of this hut. And as these houses get built, I'm going to get rid of these other huts also. Let's get rid of all of these storage areas because I will require them to be reclaimed and then used somewhere else. I put up flattened ground right here and here. You can see a little bit of undulation. Here I'm not going to really allow any little bit of undulation because it makes no sense. All of this area is just pure gold. Let's see if all of it is flat. Little bit of weird areas over here. Let's go ahead and flatten that. There we go. So we have had 2 fires in this one episode. That's what you get when you play with disasters on. We are building ferociously in this corner. Let's check our number of housing. 74 housing. So we don't have that many housing at the moment. But what we are going to do is simply move people from the places we don't want them. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful pairing. Look at that, 12 and 17. They are going to have a lot of babies. This house is empty, so let's go ahead and break another house. 48 and 42, so they are done with their lives and probably won't have any more children, but they did a great service to the strategic city. This house is single, so let's go ahead reclaim this by breaking another house. Oh, some vendor moved in. Kili the vendor, 55. There was another vendor somewhere over here also who's 66. These two could have moved in together, but okay, they just want to not listen and get their own houses, but we are not that cruel. This is not the Soviet Union. So this is a bit dangerous that these houses are touching each other, and if there is a fire, there can be a conflagration. So we'll just try to prevent it by putting some additional wells, more wells in the back. I can't fit anything here, so might as well fit in wells. Let's check on these houses. 47 and 5, 47 and 7, as this house is also not occupied. So we are going to go ahead and break this house. We are going to break both of these houses. So that's why I don't like stone houses, because yeah, you have to do this whole charade of breaking down the entire house and then reclaiming it. Whereas when you have, for example, a wooden house, you can easily go ahead and do that, because you can upgrade it to a stone house and then get it back once the everybody in there have been kicked out. So it's much easier to recycle stone houses. We kicked out people from the third quadrant. We are now slowly going towards full trade. We are at 70,000. So at this stage, yeah, let's hope that the gods of capitalism are with us, and we shall overcome and we shall win. Beautiful. Dismiss. Bought the whole lot. Dismiss. So at this point, I think we will require a lot more woodcutters. And so let's see if we can move towards the next hub. I'm going to remove this road, because this road is from the third hub, and that was not what we actually envisioned. Let's see how many children go to the school. 0 students, but okay, we are going to keep it up. We have a capacity of 80 students currently, so we have 45. Let's see if we can sneak in some more schools, so that we can just be prepared for the future. And then you don't get blindsided and then get a bunch of uneducated people in your workforce. Don't want that. No uneducated people want it. Thank you very much. Please go away. 2 more woodcutters. So we have gotten 40 woodcutters and 24 brewers. So that means there are 12 ale makers in every hub, and then 20 woodcutters in every hub. So that is why we also have a greater demand of woodcutting rather than of ale. Let's hope that our woodcutting picks up. The number of families is not growing as much, so that's a bit worrisome. Let's start removing people from this far end. There we go. They move immediately as soon as the house goes, it gets built. They move in. Magic. But I need to get rid of most of these houses, except for maybe one house for the who's this guy? For the hunter and for the herbalist. Let's get rid of the storage, because yeah, there are no storages needed over here anymore. We're going to convert it all into a lot of buildings. Things are getting built quite fast, I think. $30,000 apples, so I am going to have to tell him to get a diversified amount of things, and we are going to get the most of it out, so that we are able to buy the rest. They can never buy more than 10,000. Please don't forget that. And we'll leave this be, or let's try to get a little bit more. So yeah, we'll keep this one up so that we can buy the apples. We did train him to go ahead and be a better citizen and get other things. The amount of stone is not keeping up to demand, so I'm going to have to open the other guys. Look at this huge stream, guys. Look at this huge stream of nomads coming in. Little do they know, we don't accept nomads. We built a lot of stone houses, and that gives me a lot of joy. Stone houses are awesome because, one, they don't catch fire as easily, and two, they require less firewood. So I believe they require 30% less firewood than ordinary houses, wooden houses, And that is something that we want to capitalize on, because we don't want to go ahead and give up all of this firewood, just burn it up as smoke. We don't want to do that. We want to ensure that we go ahead and get most of this firewood into the trading posts, where they are traded away and converted into other things. Look at this, guys. 100,000 food. 100,000 food, and we are at year 31. 31 years we have hit 100,000 food. At this point, we do a little bit of hunting, but yeah, that's almost nothing. But everything else is coming through trade. Our markets are fantastic because they are filled with a lot of apples. They don't have enough logs. I would like them to have more logs, because then I would be able to transform them into firewood much faster. Let's go to our graphs and let's look at our firewood. Yeah, so firewood is going up just a little bit. I can see, probably this is noise. We do require a huge amount, if I may add, of woodcutters. But for that we need stone, and right now we are kind of stone-walled. Haha, pun. We are a bit stone-walled by the lack of stone. But I have gotten orders up for additional trading hubs, and these trading hubs, even if I don't train them, I can just use them to buy up stone and iron. I have 1,000 irons, which is quite a lot. Oh, our tools are falling. Oh boy, tools are falling. Tools alert. Graphs. Tools. Yep, tools are falling. Now, it could be that were there some tools in the storage that we... Why is it showing 80 tools? Inventory. 82 tools. I just have 82 tools, but why is my graph showing 750 tools? This is tools, yeah. Is it a bug? Is it a feature? But okay, we'll have to get this one up ASAP. So let's go ahead and do that. We can always buy, but okay, I can fit another blacksmith here. Blacksmith right next to the school. Ideal placement. These kids. So I built quite a lot of blacksmiths over here. 1, 2, 3. That'll just pick up very, very quickly. 2 production hubs are up back to back. Our firewood is going to go up very soon. Yeah, it's climbing. It's climbing. But actually, if we look at the trading posts, we have 7,000 firewood in there. But that's not good enough, because how much do I need? I have 5. If I have 5 of these guys up, then there is 4,100, say 4,000. 4,000 times 5, that is 20,000, which should be over here. So I have 7,000. So that means I am lagging behind. We do require a lot more of firewood to be built and to be chopped up and then processed into and pulled into these trading posts. So yeah, let's look at the number of families. 88 families. We'll do a quick check. A lot of single occupancies, because yeah, we have a lot of people who are going to be, you know, in these houses, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about it. But we'll have to slow the game down a little bit, because yeah, we were building like crazy. We went ahead and built tunnels and things, which was a lot of fun, but also puts a lot of strain. Let's build up the storage so that we can always have storage. Storage is very important. We put down redundant wells. We put 2 wells next to each other for our toons to go and relax in. Also, they have this nice tunnel that they can tunnel and go through and look at the graves. I'm going to build this one up really properly. I'm going to make all of the stone, and that's going to look very well, I'm sure. At least it'll be thumbnail worthy. So let's go ahead and cut this road up, because yeah, this road is from the Forester's Hub, and it's not the road that we want. Dismiss. Dismiss. We are one more of these trading posts are down. I'm going to ask for some surface stone collection, guys. We are desperate. We are low. We are low. Oh, this feels so sad. Oh, this feels so sad. Here we were bragging that we can buy the whole world, and here we are going to collect. Uh, yeah, you see, the tools went up to 740. I don't know. It showed 78. I think it was some visual bug or something, because I remember we had gigantic tons of this of tools. Anyways, I'm going to build one of these because they are up anyways, so why not? I think it has to do with some of the storage. Yeah, look at these nomads leave disappointed. Yeah, go away. I don't want nomads. We have got 3 herbalists and 3 hunters working. We have got 10 workers and 15 laborers. So those laborers are fantastic because they can go ahead and get that stone, which I need to get more trading posts down. And right now you can see that the trading posts are just not having enough stone. I'll just leave this guy be. Let me check my inventory of mushrooms. Mushrooms in storage. I don't have any more mushrooms in my storage. This is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay this 51 mushrooms, and I'm going to buy 51 whatever wheat or something. Trade. And then I'm going to tell him that you don't need to go looking for mushrooms because there aren't any mushrooms in the world. And you also were a mushroom gatherer, weren't you? No, you weren't. Okay, never mind. So mushrooms are done. Somebody bought beef. Some guy got beef. You see, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Because what went down is that some untrained trader came by and he bought beef, and they went ahead and bought beef in the meat. And now this entry is going to be here forever. Oh well, it could be worse. Let's go and ask him to buy. This is an untrained guy, but we are going to ask him to buy a lot of stone and iron. I put the maximum amounts because right now we are down, boys. We're down bad. 5 teachers are up, so we have a capacity of 100 students. 100 students are more than enough for the moment. We are at 45, so we have plenty of time. So if you see that we have 41 students and 51 children, so that tells me that even if you add them up, that's less than 100, so we are fine. Even if all of them graduate at the same time, we won't have anything to lose. I can't build any houses, I can't build anything fancy because I don't have stone. So I think we did well. We could have continued aggressively to expand, but the stone really threw a real monkey wrench at us. So I'm going to grab this little bit of stone on this side. Look how the mighty have fallen. Somebody was cold briefly, but it went away. But I'm sure there shouldn't be any problems. Probably somebody who went to go and cut some stone from the far away lands got a bit cold. Let's go ahead and destroy these Yeah, you see what's going on. Oh, check this out. Cancel remote. Right. There are tools. There are 338 tools. So as soon as I say deconstruct this building, it says I have 336, 362 tools because, yeah, these buildings are being deconstructed so they don't see them anymore, and therefore that's what happened, that I asked for some storage to be broken, and then they were like, dude, there is no more tools in the entire world, we are screwed. I almost jumped a little bit, and I was like, yeah, that's not possible. I'm pretty sure one blacksmith is more than enough at this stage to take care of our tool needs, and here we are getting notifications that oh no, we are out of tools. Complete disaster. I'm gonna pause this one. This one requires 80 stone. Let's prioritize this guy so that all the stone which comes in can come in over here so that I can get in extra boats and therefore get more stone. We are at 1100 food right now. We are a tenth of the way already there. But in today's episode, if we had the opportunity of getting the having enough stone, I would have gone ahead and built up. Let me open up this market too, so that I can suck out things from my trading posts much more efficiently. Because not only do these traders drop off goods, even the vendors go and suck up items from them. So that is in your interest to go ahead and build more markets. So yeah, this is very important. If you are building your city without trading, like here we are trading, so we are going to get inordinate amounts of items, and we won't be able to keep up. But if you are building the city which is going to go ahead and get things legitimately with gathering, hunting, and all this farming, all these primitive methods, then you need to build one market for every 10,000 food. That is how you are going to ensure that you have gotten all of those of your toons supplied. Else, they are not going to be supplied properly, and that is going to create logistical issues, which is going to come and bite you in the back. So, if you don't want that in your life, you want to go ahead and build markets every 10,000 food. But since we are trading, that's not possible for us. Else, I would right now require 11 markets. I have got 3 markets. So, yeah. Another trading post is going to be up soon. Let's prioritize one more time so that the builders go over there. See this, we got seeds, just pointless. I need stone, dude. Get me stone. Here, this is the school which has got the blacksmith right next to it. I should be building more houses, but I really can't. This game, because of the lack of stone. And I would build them right here. So let me go ahead and put that one down. If it gets built, it gets built. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, we're constantly getting food. Constantly. And of course wood, because yeah, we asked for it. I can get them changed to stone, but that's not a good idea because yeah, you always need the wood. If you check our logs, you see logs are falling, so you do require a bunch of logs. If you don't get logs, if you don't get apples, you can lose the game. But if you don't get stone, yeah, some houses won't be built, some people are not going to have children, and that's fine, I guess. Let's see if I can get a young couple to move in and this old guy can just go somewhere else. It's a bit cruel, but yeah, extraordinary times calls for extraordinary measures. Yeah, here we have a 36-year-old. Oh, this is no good. 57, you're ruining everybody's life, dude. What are you doing? I'm gonna keep an eye out on these houses. 75-year-old liberal got here. What the hell? 65 laborer, yeah. Whenever you have old people, then it's very hard to kick them out of houses. Even if you upgrade the house, they go back into it, and then they're like, "No, this is my house. Get out of my house. This is mine. Get your own." Dude, you were given this house. Be a bit civil, please. Yeah, we got a nice pairing in this particular house. Right, this guy got sheep, dumbass. Yeah, this one I won't shoo away because I want him to go ahead and get more and more and more. Let's bump up the number of traders because I will require a lot of back and forths. Technically, towards the end game, what we are going to do is that these guys can have not just 6 workers. Trading posts can have 20 workers. I'm going to assign 20 workers to each trading post. So if I had to do that right now, I would need 120 laborers to go ahead and work, which would be super efficient, no doubt about it. But yeah, I don't have the labor for it. I can just supply 6. That's all I can do. Let's look at what buildings need to be built. Yeah. So I'm just cycling through the number of buildings. But yeah, it's okay. This lack of stone is going to be a bit of an issue. A bit of an issue. And I really find collecting surface stone to be really beneath my dignity. So even if I can, I have the labor, I have got that, it's not that much of a walk distance, but I still refuse to do it. It's just aggravating. Oh yeah, I wanted to build a well over here. Just for safety. But of course we won't be able to pay for it, so I'm going to pause it. Let's hope there's no fire over here. All this situation is going to change as soon as one boat please comes in and brings a bunch of stone. If I get 600 stone, yeah, we are rolling again, boys. We are winning. 16 sheep, go away. How dare you? Do you see any pastors over here? No pastors here. Get out of here. See, I can't even complete this one. Oh man, this is sad. But anyways, we dominated. We went ahead and built the second hub also. So that is going to be a huge amount of supply. We increased our amount of storage by a tremendous amount. We have empty spaces everywhere also. So all of the things that we are buying is also getting moved. We built a bunch of houses. We require a lot more houses. That is true. At this point, we do require a lot of houses. I'm not inclined to go back to building wooden houses. Once you get into stone houses, you really want to build just stone houses. We tried a little trick and we tried to be a bit cruel and throw out people. Oh, hallelujah, stone. Let me buy the stone first because, yeah, what if this guy just leaves? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Go away. 400 stone. So, oh, this is it, boys. So 400 stone is equal to 10 houses. So I'm going to go ahead and put down 10 houses. 10 houses or 8 houses and 2 trading posts. Let's put 1 trading posts down and put down some houses because I do require the houses. If I don't have houses, a lot of people are going to pass their youth without having children, and that is going to come and bite me in the back later. So let's go ahead and prioritize these houses. So this guy will be able to do his job very nicely. because he has got storage right next to him. See, only 250 stone remains, so he's going to drop it off very nearby, and then it will be picked up, and then we will be able to go ahead and send it out. So here we go. Another trading post is up. These are untrained ones. I don't care. We need to get stone in because more boats, more probability of favorable stuff. There is no science to it. It's just the way it is. We have put down. So let's extend the road and see if we can fit a school. Yeah, can't fit a school. Maybe I can if I move it a little bit. Okay, we'll worry about it later. I like this house. I really like this kind of house. So this is the limit of where the road is going to be. So let's see if I can fit a house, fit a school right behind it. Ah, you see the square over here? This thing? You can never remove this. That's why I have that mod on. I have that mod specifically for this kind of things. Like this one is fine. So this one in the corner right there, that is because of the mountain. That's not the game's fault. But this one right here is because of the bug. I had a building, I removed it, and then you are unable to often place things over there. So that's why I have this flattened model. Now let's build some houses up quickly because yeah, a lot of people are passing their lives without having children. That I don't like because all of that transfers directly into laborers. So I need a lot of laborers. Let's check our ale huts. 160 ale. I'm not happy with that. I'm really not happy with that because we are not moving things out quick enough. We're not moving things out quick enough because we have not enough labor to supply to them. And since we don't have enough labor, we are not getting out the things as soon as they should. You see, people are moving in, they're 23 years of age, 25 years of age. They could have started making babies 18 or less. And there goes all of the stone that we brought in. We have 13 stone. We're poor. We're stone poor again, boys. But that's why whenever, oh, this one, wait. So you see, another food merchant came in. That's why you can never let your eyes wander in this game. This is an untrained food merchant, and he brought in a huge amount of jackassery, which I would have went ahead and bought and filled up my whole inventory. Don't want that. Go away. Bring only 4 food groups and 4 items, nothing else. Ah, perfect. This is a this is a resource merchant which is coming in. So let's give him orders of apple, fish, potato, wheat, and logs. And you want to build that, bring that every visit. Oh, we're going to buy the 100 leather so that our tailors can get their hands busy again. And does it have any stone? Didn't bring any stone. And we can pay with 250 very easily. Dismiss. So I'm not going to ask them to get anything else because yeah, else I will get random things. This one is up. So let's go ahead and increase priority so that this gets built up really quickly. There are people building it right now. There we go. Another one is up. So let's increase the number of traders to 48. And we have got 8 hubs working, 8 trading posts working. So let's go ahead and give him the orders of what he has to dedicate his life into getting, and purchase every visit. So these are the preliminary orders. It'll take him time to go and get all of that, all of those things. So we have a little bit of stone, probably from the surface collection, which we had to go and do like peasants. So here, for example, that's a mountain. I'm not going to flatten that. Let's build another school so that children can go to these schools, and then this particular school will be destroyed and we will be able to rely on this particular school. Yeah, these two schools are in line, yeah. And we have a little road so that they can go to the schools, so that they don't have to walk quite a lot. Like here, I'm not actually happy with the school facing this way, because children have to walk all the way over here. Teacher has to walk all the way over here. And then, yeah, if he was facing this way, then we would be able to get pupils much faster. But of course, we compromise because we need to fit in more buildings. Let's continue building houses because we have a tremendous demand of housing, which we could not fill full for many years. So let's go ahead and do that back planning. So you see, we are surrounding all of our work area with houses. That's the plan. Our hunters, now you might be thinking why we have the hunters up. 2 reasons. One, I need the leather, as I said. Another reason is hunters don't require forests around them to actually function. They don't care. Whatever deer or whatever walks in, they will kill. So you can place hunters anywhere, in corners, in nooks and crannies, wherever, it doesn't matter. But you do require them to be placed. So for example, if I put the hunter here, it would be no sweat of our backs. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can do that, because I don't have enough stone. Yeah, no, I can't because, yeah, it won't fit, so I won't. Let's check our graphs for tools. Yeah, tools are going up. So these dips were because we went ahead and deconstructed some storage facilities for them. Don't need to worry about that, but it's going up. So that tells me that, yeah, 3 are going to manage for quite a long time. I don't have enough stone for all of these buildings, so we'll have to wait for boats to come in. But this will be it for this episode. We have completed our second hub, as you can see, very nicely. Second hub is complete, and we are now going to slowly rely on additional trading to win the game. We had 2 fires which we extinguished very quickly because we have got the infrastructure required to take care of disasters. Let's hope that hurricanes don't come through and destroy our city. But other than that, we should be dominating as soon as more stone comes in. Thank you very much, and see you guys for the next one. This has been the Strategic Indian, signing out.